Hey guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Cursor, and if there's two things that I love, it's talking about movies and coffee. So grab your drink and let's talk about things seen and heard. So this is a new movie or horror movie that just came out on Netflix starring Amanda Seyfried. So I just watched a movie with Amanda and Justin Timberlake called In Time, and that was a really good movie. So just on a side note, I highly recommend that you check that movie out. And Amanda is a good actress. I've seen her in a lot of rom-com sort of chick flick type movies, but I've also seen her in a few more serious roles like this, and she really does pull it off well. So basically, this movie is about a couple that are sort of struggling in their marriage. They have a young daughter, and the father has been offered a job at a university in New York. So they moved from the big city to upstate New York, which by the way is such a beautiful looking region. I would love to live there. And they have this old farmhouse, and guess what? Yep, you guessed it, it's haunted. So definitely don't go into this movie expecting a straight up horror movie like The Conjuring, or you're going to be disappointed. This definitely isn't a straight up horror movie. It's not even that scary. To be honest, I watched this by myself in the middle of the night with the lights off. But hey, I might just be jaded from all the horror movies that I've seen, so this might scare you, but yeah, to me it just wasn't scary at all. But that's not to say that it isn't a good movie. I really did find it enjoyable, but you just have to go into it expecting it to be a thriller movie, not a horror movie. Because it basically is just a thriller with some supernatural aspects to it. And it sort of reminds me of the TV show on Netflix, The Haunting of Hill House, which is an amazing show. Well, season 1, definitely not season 2. But anyway, in the show, the ghosts and the supernatural stuff that's going on is a vehicle to talk about the family drama. It's a reflection of everything that's going on with the family. It's not truly about the paranormal stuff. Well, it is about the paranormal stuff in this movie, but it's definitely more about what's going on in the family. So I would say it reminds me a lot of those domestic abuse movies like Sleeping with the Enemy or The Invisible Man. But it also is like The Shining. It reminds me a lot of The Shining because the dad starts hearing voices and he goes crazy and kills his wife with an axe. Though obviously in The Shining, for anybody who's seen that, you know that he doesn't actually succeed in killing his wife. Well, I don't think he does. It's been a while since I've seen it, but I'm pretty sure the wife lives. I think. I don't know. Let me know in the comments down below. I forget. But anyway, he doesn't actually kill her there, but he kills her here. And that's something that I didn't see coming. I honestly didn't think she was going to die, and I've seen a lot of people online complaining about that. But you know what? I actually found that sort of refreshing. I didn't want her to die, but at the same time, it's nice that they went against the grain and did something a little bit different. So if anybody's been on my channel for a while, they probably know by now that I am a huge fan of gothic horror. And the reason I love that sort of gothic, old-fashioned ghost stories is that it's not relying on blood and gore and cheap scares to tell a story. It does it with subtlety, and I feel like this is sort of an homage to those old-fashioned ghost stories. And I really like the lore in this movie of how the evil ghosts reach out to the evil people and vice versa. I thought that was really interesting. So one thing I really didn't like, well, two things, is the ending. So in the end, we see the husband, he's gone crazy, he's killed his wife, and he gets in a boat, and the boat starts to reflect this painting that has been shown throughout the movie. And he sort of becomes like the painting, and it just felt like it didn't fit with this movie. The ending felt like it was trying to be a bit too artsy, and there's nothing wrong with artsy movies. It just felt like 99% of this movie was not like that, and then they just stuck that ending there, and it just didn't fit at all. And I also didn't like the fact that obviously the husband is the villain, he's the bad guy, so when he cheats, it's not really surprising. I mean, this guy is an axe murderer, so, you know, axe murdering, cheating on your wife, you know, is really not that surprising. But we also see that the wife, Amanda Seyfried's character, whose name I can't remember, but she cheats on her husband as well. And that's before that she knows that she's married to a crazy axe murderer. And look, they had some problems definitely in their marriage at that time, but instead of actually talking and communicating with her husband, she goes and cheats on him. And, you know, I just thought that sort of took away from her character, from her being sympathetic. Like, she still was definitely the victim and sympathetic, but still, like, they both had their flaws in this situation. So they both did a really good job. Amanda did a really good job as the wife, and the guy that played the husband was so creepy. So, you know, he played the role really well when he was just the perfect sociopathic, just evil villain guy. So the place they filmed in, as I said earlier, it was a really beautiful place. So yeah, that's really all I have to say about this movie. Let me know if you've seen it, what you thought about it in the comments down below, whether you agree with me or whether you don't. I would really like to know your opinion. So I would probably give this movie a C+. I don't think it was amazing, but I definitely think it's an enjoyable movie if you've got a few hours to kill. So have a good day, guys.